Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
First of all, let me thank you all for coming here today. My name is Hasyim Asy'ari and I am here with my friend. I will introduce the name of the group. The first, Rizki Kamal. The second is myself, Hasyim Asy'ari. Next, Yasmin Adilla, Nurvanny Agustyana, and finally Suherlin, Mulyana, Sari. We would like to take this opportunity to talk to you about preparing for a successful interview. The purpose of our presentation today is to explain the material to our friends so that they understand more on how to do a successful interview.
Oh yes, before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe to our video. Thank you. Let's begin. The first material will be read by Rizki Kamal with the title Introduction and Theory Interview.
I would like to take this opportunity to talk story about successful interview. Before I start, I'd like to share a quick story about that. I once did an person interview for a job applicant. Before they allowed me to have a seat, I introduced myself. Then they asked me several job interview questions. At there, I'm keep calm, focused, didn't nervous, and self-confidence with my preparation. First of all, I will explain to you about theory interview, then I will explain the key to success, then tips to success in next interview, etc. Finally, you will know how to preparing for a successful interview. What is interview? By definition, the employment interview is a two-way discussion between a job applicant and a prospective employer with the objective of exploring the probable compatibility between the applicant's qualification and the needs of the employer. For the purpose of making an employment decision, it is the intent of both parties during discussion to gain as much relevant information as possible on which to base discussion. Further, it is their intent to use the information obtained during the interview process to predict with some level of accuracy the probability for a successful match. Modern interview theory subscribes to a single, universal theory around which almost all employment selection processes are designed. This theory is as follows. Past performance and behavior are the most reliable factors known in predicting future performance and behavior. With this theory in mind, it is important for the interview to know that the employer's basic interview strategy will be to use the interview discussion to uncover past performance and behavioral evidence in those areas that the employer considers important to successful job performance. These important areas are commonly known as selection criteria. It is against this criteria that the employer will be comparing the qualification of prospective candidates and eventually arriving at a final employment decision.
The next material will be read by Yasmin Adilla with the title Job Interview.
Hello, my name is Yasmin. In this presentation, we're going to start off with a definition of a job interview. A job interview is a formal meeting in which an applicant is asked questions to determine their suitability for a particular job. An interview is not only answering questions, but also having to present yourself well and giving a professional first impression. First impression is really important because it gives off some sort of vibe you're giving to the employee who's interviewing you. Job interviews can also happen online. An online interview is similar to in-person interview, but instead it's done over a video call. Job seekers having online interviews can benefit them as it would save the amount of travel time and travel cost. And it would be less stressful as it can be done at home. Sometimes rather than a video call interview, employees would email you a list of interview questions and ask you to film yourself answering them. Here are some of examples of job interview questions. They will ask questions about you, something like tell me about yourself, what is your greatest strength, what makes you unique, how do you handle failure. They also will ask you questions about leaving your job, your previous job. Why are you leaving your job? What have you been doing since your last job? Why have you been unemployed? Something like that. They also will ask you why you should be hired. Like, why should we hire you? What shouldn't we hire you? What can you contribute to this company? They will also ask you questions about salary. What are your salary expectations? Why would you take a job for less money? For example, if you somewhat applied for a job that gives less money from your previous job. Also, qualifications questions like what applicable experience do you have? Sell me this pen. What strength will help you the most to succeed? Questions about your work history will also be asked. Something like questions about your resume. What have you learned from your mistakes? What were your responsibilities? Those are the questions the employee will ask you in a job interview. There's also preparation for an online resume. What have you learned from your mistakes? What were your responsibilities?
Next material by my sleeve with the title 10 Tips to Success in Your Next Interview. The net 10 tips to success in your next interview. 1. Register the company on your interview. Nah, di sini kita harus register the company, mencari sebuah perusahaan area interview dan siapa yang akan mewawancarai kita. Number 2, practice your answer to common interview question. Nah, di sini tuh kita harus practice your answer. Nah, di sini tuh kita harus practice your answer, melatih jawaban to common interview question dari jawaban wawancara umum. Example, from Google, from newspaper, from friendship, and other. Number 3, study the job description, mempelajari dari sebuah deskripsi pekerjaan. Number 4, answer question using the STAR method, menjawab sebuah question using the STAR method. Number 5, recruit and friend to practice answering question, merekrut teman untuk berlatih menjawab pertanyaan. Nah, selanjutnya, number 6, we prepared with example of your work, such as producer, transporter, staff, and other. Number 7, plan your interview and train the night before. Number 8, prepare smart question for your interviewers. Number 9, bring copies of your resume, a notebook, and pen, and pencil, and other. And finally, number 10, tie your answer back to your skill and accomplishment. The next material will be read by Suherlin Mulyana Sari with the title Job Interview Question.
Next, job interview question. There are examples of frequently asked question in interview. Starting question, question about you. Sample question, tell me about yourself. And question about leaving your job, why you should be hired. Question about salary, qualification question, and question about your work history. So for questions like this, they must be prepared carefully from being answered with hands and well-prepared answer about this work. And less practice. Because by doing practice, we can reflect first and finally we know what is lacking, what must be changed. With that, of course, we will prepare everything that we thought was not good for the better, right? Next, preparation is the key to success. In carrying out all activity, we must make preparation first, like our preparation material this time. It is preparation is the key to success. And what preparation should we do in the interview? The first, Review on skill, experience, and qualities. Through check CV, anticipate question, and identify relevant example. And prepare key selling points. Uh, if we make preparation like this, we have at least 30% of the preparation that are quite matter. Next, the second research organization. Have a website, report, article, company literature, contact with knowledge of organization or sector, relevant article in the press, personal visit or telephone call. The purpose of the preparation is so what we know the clarity of this company, whether this is a good company or a scam. And to answer commonly asked question like why did you choose this company? That's strongly. Next, research jobs and occupational area, job description or similar current issues. It also has the same function from the above explanation. Next, prepare your question. Why do we need to ask? Because asking question can be a place for the personal department to see how enthusiastic we are about.
Next material by Yasmin Adilla with the title How to Prepare for an Online Interview.
Those are the questions the employee will ask you in a job interview. There's also preparation for an online interview during the pandemic, or if the job prefers to do an online interview. You gotta download the software and get used to it. Get comfortable with the setup. You'll have to angle the camera and practice making eye contact with the interview via the camera. So much like an in-person interview, but you making eye contact with the camera. So it will look like you're looking at the employee from the employer side. You also need to dress professionally even if you're sitting down. Dressing the part will help your head in the game. Sometimes you need to also dress like full body, like a whole outfit in case they want you to stand up or you need to stand up to do something, so they don't have to so they will see that you are well prepared for the situation. Clear your workspace and any clutter that is behind so that it doesn't show up on screen. You don't want your interviewer to be distracted by visual noise in the room or to assume that you are disorganized. Having your workspace unclean or disorganized will make the first impression of you to the employer not that well. Make sure that you are in a quiet room. Let your roommates know when you'll be interviewing so they keep quiet and handle anything that comes up unexpected. Maybe like a guest coming over, or maybe the delivery, maybe someone ordered a delivery, something like that. Have a piece of paper and pen ready so that you are not scrambling to find them later. Have a copy of your CV and files you need in your sideline in case you have to refer to dates, job titles, or numbers. It can be like in a different tab or in a different application that you opened in your computer, or it can also be like a printed paper next to you so you can look it up easily. That can work.
The next material with the title How to Answer Good and Correct Interview Question by Miss Leaf. The next, how to answer good and correct interview question. Bagaimana cara kita bisa menjawab question for good and correct. Number 1. Share your abilities with enthusiasm and confidence. Bagikan sebuah pengalaman with enthusiasm and very important, confidence, dengan percaya diri. Number 2. Avoid convoluted explanation when giving loud and share. Jadi hindari sebuah penjelasan yang berbelit-belit when giving loud and share, saat memberikan sebuah jawaban yang panjang. Number 3. Show that you are able to work in a team. Jadi tunjukkan bahwa kamu are able to work in a team, bisa bekerja sama secara tim. Number 4. Don't think about the answer for too long. Example, you are doing an interview, then you answer. Introduce myself. My name is Hasyim Asy'ari. I come from my hobby. So don't be like that. The next material will be read by Nurvanny Agustyana with the title 10 Mistakes to Avoid During Online Interview.
10 mistakes to avoid during online interview. Number 1. Forget to check internet connection and sound or video quality. Number 2. Wrong camera placement. Number 3. Focus on yourself. Number 4. Don't think about answer. Number 5. Try to relax. Number 6. Not conditioning the host to be conducive. Number 7. Do not understand the company and its product. Number 8. Mention the matter of salary and allowance before being asked. Number 9. Not asking question. And number 10. Did not ask for the next stage. Okay, next. Things not to do during an interview. 1. Coming late and not giving news. 2. Talking about yourself too much. 3. Asking for too general information. 4. Asking personal matters to the interviewer. 5. Acting arbitrarily or ignorant. Arriving late when the interview will take place is actually not entirely wrong, especially if the location of the company and where you live is in a big city where traffic jams are almost always there. However, it will be a fatal thing if you arrive late and do not inform the interviewer about it. Therefore, inform the interviewer if you are late to the interview stage later. Telling yourself too much will make the company feel bad for you and make the interview pace ineffective. It will be better during the interview stage later. You just tell important things about yourself. For example, your strength and weakness, the skill you master, work experience and organization, and some other important things. Asking personal questions makes the interviewer think you are rude. These are important things that you should not ask the interviewer.
Before ending the presentation, we will show a video about the success interview.
Job interview conversation. Today, we will watch a job interview conversation between Robert and Jane. Let's start.
May I come in, sir?
Please, come in. Good evening. My name is Robert, and I am the owner of this company. Please have your seat.
Thank you, Robert. I am Jane Frost. It's nice to meet you.
How are you doing, Jane?
Yes, I am fine.
Jane, today I will take your interview. So let's start.
Yeah, sure.
Welcome to Modern Design Company. We are a graphic and editing company. And we are looking for a designer in our company.
Oh, great.
So, are you fresher?
No, actually I worked in a marketing company. And now I am looking for a better opportunity.
Nice. Can I have your resume?
Sure, here you go.
Okay Jane, now tell me a little about yourself.
I went to the University of California and majored in graphic design. I started my career at a marketing company. I worked there about 2 years. Now, I want to work in a progressive company with more creative members.
Oh, nice. We have a lot of creative departments and designers. And they are so friendly. Hope you will like that.
That's great. I would like to work with them, to share my creativity and learn from others.
So, you are a good learner. And this workplace is so friendly and comfortable.
Yes, I am so excited.
Okay Jane. Now tell me, what is your strength?
I believe, my strongest trait is my attention to detail. And I have always been a great team player. I am good at keeping a team together and producing quality work in a team environment.
Great. So where do you see yourself in next 5 years?
In 5 years, I see myself as a valued employee of this company. I want to be an expert at my position and start training to be a manager. Also, my goal is to become a lead in 5 years. Although, not everyone gets promoted to this level, I believe I can achieve this goal through hard work.
What does success mean to you, Jane?
Success means to achieve a goal I have set for myself. Success means to produce high-quality work before the deadline.
Nice answer. Can you work well under pressure?
I enjoy working under pressure because I believe it helps me grow. In my previous experience, I always worked well during deadlines, and I always learned how to work more efficiently afterwards.
So, how do you make important decisions?
I gather all the information I can find, and based on the information, I'll come to the best decision I can. If I know a coworker was in a similar situation, I wouldn't hesitate to find out the results, to make sure my decision is the best one.
Okay Jane. Interview done. Do you have any question for me?
No, I think I have a pretty good understanding of the job. I believe that I can handle it with ease, and I hope to have the opportunity to work for you.
Yeah, I hope so. Nice meeting you, Jane. Thank you for coming.
Nice meeting you too. And thank you so much.
That's all about our presentation. We would like to turn ourselves out. Thank you for listening. I hope our presentation will help you with your job interview. Have a good day.
Do you have any question?